Hey, I'm Alex Rome, and today I'm going to show you the easiest way to start a trap song. Now, as you can see, I'm in a different room today because the studio is getting some work done on it. But a little fun fact, ever since I moved my monitors in here for the week, I like the sound of this room way better. It is just so much better than that other room that I may switch my studio into this room and then have my bed in the other room, because the other room is significantly smaller than this, and I just think it's too small because the sound gets really destroyed in there, and I never realized what destroyed sound sounds like until I switched back and forth really easily like this, and I'm like, wow, rooms sound completely different. No room sounds the same, and I like this room better, which sucks because I already acoustic treated that room, and now I have all that acoustic foam adhesive to the wall, so I can't get it off nicely. So now I gotta buy all new acoustic foam, crazy stuff. Alright, so today's video is the easiest way to start a trap song. Now this is just what I've come up with after listening. I've been listening to a bunch of trap artists, one of which is Getter. I listen to him a lot because you guys leave a lot of comments telling me to remake something in his style, which is, I definitely want to do that, but I figured this would be a cool video to do too, because I noticed that genre of trap, they're all starting their songs kind of the same way, and this is what I've derived. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up a synthesizer. I gotta use Serum because those trap artists, I bet, are all about Serum. So let's go with a pattern that sounds like this. And I'll show you a couple ways to make this sound really cool. We're going to go with an envelope here, and we're going to modulate this filter. And as you know, if you've been watching me for a while, I like to use the filters with the highest number because it gives you that brick wall there, or pretty much brick wall. And let's make this a pluck by adding envelope 2 up here. I'm gonna filter B just in case I end up opening up oscillator B. So that's gonna be our driver right out of the gate. We're gonna start this trap song with a nice big sweep coming in, and then a nice big sweep, a nice downer, and then you're gonna hear this coming out of the underwooder. It's gonna filter in. It's gonna sound so dope. Ready? Let's get it. So I'm gonna add some delay here. And this is such a tiny sound, but I promise you, it's going to sound really cool. So we need to get a really spacey reverb on here. Spacey, and by spacey I mean go into your reverb presets and use the presets because they're really good presets. I think the spaciest ones are going to be the Halls and then Dream Hall, just because it's just the name sounds cool. Whoa, that is huge. That is awesome. Dream Hall. That is trap if I've ever heard trap. So let's go, let's get our nice intro here kind of placed out. So we got 16 bars, so now it's easier to say what's gonna go on. First 8 bars, I could have so-and-so happening, and then the second 8 bars of the intro, I could have so-and-so happening. And it's really easy to break it down like this because now it's just mapped out for you. You know what's going on, right? So, let's add a compressor and OTT to this sound. Actually, I'm gonna push off the mixing for now. Let's just get our important elements laid out, because I don't want to like drown you guys out with pointless shit. Well, I mean, mixing's not pointless, but you get what I mean. Let's go with a crash. Cool. Let's go with another layer here. This is gonna be a downer. Let's get rid of that. I believe I don't need it. Nah, you know what? This will be an impact. This will be a transition. Alright, so everything here is going to make up our next part of our track. I'm going to use Sylenth 1 for this downer, because Sylenth 1 yields the best pitch modulation. I want to show you something really, really cool. Let's go put this bend range up. Leave us plenty of room. Pitch bend. Ouch. My bad. Let's get this muted. Nice. I want to go another octave up with just another sound. Nice. So let's drown this out. I want to have this on the decay so it kind of stops without me having to make it stop. Is it gonna stop, or why is it? Oh, it's because it's arpeggiated. Alright, well, that's not a problem, because what we could do is we could automate the volume. No, you know what would be better here? Filter cutoff. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make that transition from the beginning of the song to the intro. So let's go here and turn on this filter. So for this, I'm gonna have this kind of come in nice and subtly. Filter cut off. Let's go. Let's get an impact and a transition here. Impact, let's go. And instead of, yeah, let's not do that. I wanted a transition effect, but I actually think a kick would be way better. Let's go here and let's get this crash reversed like this. Oops, let's make this a little longer here, and then here I want to have a delay echo, and we'll have like a speed of that. and then we could get the nice a nice little sweep to this point right here. So we could use this to just help us out for now. And let's get another white noise sweep. So kind of what I'm trying to get to in this tutorial is these little things we could do to make starting a track easier, so you already have a basis of where you can start going with your song. So here, when you press play to your song, your first thing you're going to hear is this. And you know, we could juice this up to give us some more atmosphere going on. And then you know, for the first 8 bars, which is right here, it's just going to be really simple. And then for the second 8 bars, we can start bringing stuff in. And it's easy to start mapping it out like this, because then, you know, you slide up 8 bars here. What are you going to do here? Slide up 8 bars here. What are you going to do here? My guess is that you would use this entire space to have a break, a build up, and then you would drop at 33. I'm going to show you something really simple as well. So say you don't know what to do for this second 8 bars here. This always works, especially with trap, because it's just such a huge sound. And it's so easy. So if we go here, and we give us a nice supersaw. Actually, let's not use that Mensch Unison, because apparently a lot of people have trouble running that on their systems, because it uses a lot of CPU. Let's go do something like this. Watch. Just this one note I'm going to add is going to be a nice transition. Ooh. Then we could go. We do something weird like this. Let's make it bend. And we're going to progress it as, oops, didn't mean to do that, apologize. We could even go, you know, bring in a little bit of, nah, you know, we can't, it's just too early for kick and bass. How about this, though? But, so right now I'm trying to think of what's the best way to progress this without progressing too much, you know, because we don't want to go too much, we don't want to bring too much in because we're still in the intro. Yeah, I'm thinking 16 bars is a great length for an intro, so I'm not going to go too crazy with adding and, you know, spicing things up. So right here I just want to keep it mellow. Like that. and then we could throw mind you, with some nice careful mixing, you could get some crazy result out of what's going on here. Let's go. Let's go. I have an 808 snare already loaded into my EXS24 sampler. So let's go with that, because then I can pick the note that I want it to go on. For here, let's go. Let's do a nice little stutter, see if we get a nice effect. Alright, so right here, let's get this looking a little bit more uniform. Alright, so what do we have for this intro? Let's play this out. Alright, and so right now it sounds like tiny, not that good, but if you throw a little bit of mixing on it, make these leads a lot bigger, mix the snare accordingly, you'll have a great intro. Just with, and we've only really made 2 sounds, that's it. Just 2 sounds can start a trap song. And so if you throw OTT after compressor when you're working with plucks, makes the sound huge. And then you could do like a nice build and then drop into a kick and bass here, but it'll be the breakdown kick and bass. It won't be the kick and bass ready for the drop, because the drop could come at 33. So right here you could do a nice little drum fill, go, you know, whatever drum fill, and then drop kick and bass, some big old 808s. That would be really nice. Yeah, drum fill. That's perfect. I mean, I think that's the easiest way to start a track. Get your ARP, line it out 16 bars, kind of brainstorm what's going to go on in each, section of this intro. Break your intro down into 8s. So you have your first 8, then your second 8, and then it just makes it so easy to add and subtract to it. Because a lot of the times what I see is guys will have like this much of a track and they'll be like, well, I don't know where to go from here. Well, you didn't map anything out. Because if you do this, you know where to go from here, because you got to add something to this section right here. So there you go, guys. If you were able to take something of value from this tutorial, which I really hope you were, leave me a thumbs up, leave a nice comment, subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for more awesome stuff. Peace out.